Okay, so mutation is an error in the base sequence in a gene that is reproduced during DNA replication. So ito ay error dun sa base sequence. Okay. Such error could alter the genetic information na pwedeng maipasa during transcription and also further to translation. Okay, so magkakos yan ng change in amino acid during translation or during the entire protein synthesis. Now, the substances or agent that causes this change in the structure of the genes or error in the genes are mutagen. We have two important types of mutagen. We have radiation and we have chemical agents. Now, for radiation, this could either be in the form of ultraviolet light, X-rays, radioactivity, and cosmic rays. So, yung ultraviolet from the sun pwedeng mag-cause ng radiation or it is a radiation that causes sunburn, which could induce the change in the DNA of the skin cells. So, kapag palagi kang exposed dito sa ultraviolet from the sun, this could actually cause a serious problem such as skin cancer. Okay? So kapag palaging na-expose pero hindi naman once lang na na-expose magkakaroon na ng mutation. So hindi ganoon. So sustained exposure. Now, we also have chemical agents that has mutagenic effect. Example would be nitrous acid, HNO2. Because this substance causes deamination. Natatanggal yung amine group of the heterocyclic nitrogen base. So, the cytosine could be converted to uracil if you had been exposed to these substances. Fortunately, the body has repair enzymes that recognizes and replace these altered bases. So, buti na lang meron tayong repair enzymes such that majority of these altered bases are repaired and of course mutations are avoided. However, meron ding times na these damages are not being repaired, so the mutation will persist. One of the common type of mutation is point mutation, wherein the mutation in one of the nucleotide is substituted for another. So, napalitan yung isang nucleotide dun sa DNA sequence. Okay? So, for this first example, point mutation, originally the DNA has 3' GAG 5', and it has been point mutated to 3' GAA 5'. So, merong isa kasi 1 nucleotide lang yung change. So, instead of having GAG, naging GAA. So, isang difference. Yung G na point mutate na change ng A. Okay, so ito, dyan. Okay? So, for the normal situation, that DNA 3' GAG 5' could be transcribed during transcription into mRNA 5' CUC 3'. Kasi ito yung base pair niya. The G base pair with C, A base paired with U, and G base paired with C. And if we're going to use the genetic code table after translation, during translation, this mRNA will be translated into an amino acid leucine. Yun yung meaning niya, yun yung kanyang genetic information. However, since it was point mutated into GAA, okay, the mRNA transcribed would be 5' CUU. Okay, so kung kanina CUC doon, CUU naman dito, 5' CUU 3'. And it would be translated into an amino acid leucine. So as you could see, both amino acids are leucine. Kahit na point mutate siya, there's a point mutation here, they still code for the same amino acid. So there's no change in the identity of the amino acid even there is a mutation. So therefore, this type of point mutation is silent mutation because it is coding for the same amino acid, same identity. Even for a fact that we have different code, they still, since CUC is synonym for CUU, they are coding for the same amino acid. Silent lang yung mutation. Another example, the DNA 3' ATA 5' is point mutated to 3' ATT 5'. So in a normal condition, this DNA ATA will be transcribed to mRNA with 5' UAU 3' because of the base pairing. So A base paired with U, T base paired with A, and A base paired with U. Using the genetic code table again, this amino acid UAU codes for a tyrosine amino acid. However, for its mutated counterpart, the 3' ATT will be transcribing an mRNA 5' UAA. So kanina, UAU naging UAA. However, for this UAA mRNA, it is coding for an amino acid or rather a message, a stop codon. So stop codon yung kanyang message. Hindi sila parehas. This is tyrosine and this is a stop codon. Since it is transcribing the protein synthesis or it has translated into a stop codon, this is therefore be classified as nonsense mutation. Kasi instead of having an amino acid, okay, stop na yung mutation, stop na yung protein synthesis, yun ang message niya. So it would then become a nonsense mutation. Okay? And the last type of point mutation is missense mutation. Paano naman ito? For this could be analyzed or maintindihan natin itong missense mutation na to with this example. So we have DNA 3' AAA 5' is point mutated to 3' AAT. So instead of A dun sa dulo, na-change into T. So in a normal condition, that DNA will be transcribing an mRNA 5' UUU 3'. And this will be giving a message, an amino acid of phenylalanine. Okay? For the mutated part, the mRNA is 5' UUA, so this one would be coding for leucine. They are still different, but different, they codes for different amino acid. This time, it is not a stop codon, unlike the second example natin. These are different amino acids, so therefore, this is a missense mutation. Naiba na yung kanyang message. So those are the three types of point mutation. We have silent, nonsense, and missense mutation.